I want to talk about a topic that many people just don't want to tackle and don't want to talk about it, but it's something that's real and it's something that we really all need to do, and it's getting our house in order. Um, Last year at Christmas time, my daughter got my sister and I this wonderful little book, just basically, and my sister was like, "Oh no, why?" I don't. She was a little bit taken back, but I thought it was kind of refreshing. I really made me reflect on, we are one day going to pass on. We are one day we're not going to live forever. We might live to be 100. We might live to be 102, but nobody I know lives forever. So my daughter went and she got me and my sister this book. And I'm going to repeat, I'm dead. Now what? It says important information about my belongings, business affairs, and wishes. Now, of course, we all have wills, but we're in the technology age, and there's a lot of things that it may not all be in one place. I mean, where is the password to your computer? What is the password to your bank accounts? Everything has a different account, a bank number of things to it. So I'm going to just go with you and kind of bring down some of the things that it mentions. It has a nice table of contents. As you can see, it's a hardback book. It got a nice table of contents in here for you to use. And some of the things in the table of contents is my personal information, my medical information, key contact information, at the time of my pass, and people who I should contact, who my dependents are. So I guess even if you don't have any kids, if you want somebody to know something, who are my dependents, important documents, financial information, commercial and business information, beneficiaries, what the beneficiaries can expect. That's kind of different. Your personal property, insurance, my pets. I mean, what to pay, what to close, and what to cancel, emails and social media, and miscellaneous information, my personal wishes and last words. And each one of them has a tab. I don't think my sister has used her book. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have not done much with my book in a year. But what I have done is I have put paper in the book, because one day I'm going to write it down, but some things are fluid and it's always changing. So as I get new things, I add things to the section. Medical information is moving, but I add different things to the information to this book. I stick them in there. As she said, you're not doing anything, you haven't written anything. No, but I have a little index card in here. And it talks about, on this index card, it has, some of the things from my passcodes. I put down information about my stocks and bonds and where they are, and paper, what insurance company I have. And a lot of the papers, I collect them, statements from like the 401k or different things. Again, I haven't put it in the book, written it down, but I know I need to. But even if I never get around to it, something happens, I have stuck papers in this book, and that you can easily find. This is what I have here. This is my 401k is with this company. I have bonds. These are where I have bonds. This is where I have stock. This is where my deed of my property is. This is where my cars are. This is where the information on the timeshares. This is the information on. This is who I promised my mink coats to. Who should get my diamonds? Who should get this? I'm going to put all this information I have. Again, I started with my passcodes. I started with some of the things. And then there's a section in here when I'm looking through it. It's called, if you have a safe. Where's your safe at? Your safe may not be. Some people have a safety security box at the bank. It also talks about if you have hidden valuables, where will we hide them? People bring things to the thrift store, and you find out that the person that hid their jewelry or money and an old coat or something. Who would think to look things in the old coat? So where are you hiding these things? And do you have a safe? Also, I find it interesting, again, storage units. Do you rent a storage unit to put some of your stuff, junk or stuff inside? Do you have a storage unit? And where is your storage unit? Firearms. Do you have a gun? I remember when my dad passed, and I don't know why my mother did not know, but I remember when my dad passed, he had several weapons. And we were like, okay, what should we do with these firearms? I mean, my mom says, all this time, I didn't know they were in the house. I didn't know they were in the house, but we didn't mind other people's business. Like, I mean, I guess he had his own drawer, and he kept the drawer in there. My mother must not have went in the drawer. But after he passed and we're going through his things, daggone if he did not have a firearm in there. I think he had two. And we actually went and we brought it over to a neighbor and gave it to him, but who would have thought it? I know another thing it talks about is heirlooms and personal effects. Now, and where they're kept. My sister collects teacups. She has a lot of teacups and different kind of china that she's silver service sets and stuff. She writes down what's valuable and what's junk. Because some stuff we have is not worth anything. She has pictures on the wall, Kincaid paints. What is a valuable painting and what's a piece of junk? What's some good jewelry? What's a piece of junk? I mean, sometimes people find and they don't know what it's worth. And that's why a lot of times you say, oh, look, they found that over there. Because you didn't know it's worth. Nobody told you it was worth anything. And a lot of times we don't pay attention. We talk about our cars, our vehicles. Do you know the information? Year, the day of your car, location of the keys. Do you have extra keys? Is anything special about the car? I was really kind of impressed with that my daughter felt enough to give me these kind of things. Real estate. How many houses do you have? Do you have one? Do you own any real estate? You know, if it is, what's the information? Where's the deed located? Is there a deed on it? Veterans benefits, talks about that. Retirement, it talks about the 401k, if you have several retirement, about your life insurance policies, this is something, even if you don't have, guess this one here, employer benefits. A lot of people pass and they worked for the railroad, they worked for such and such. A lot of times, kids don't know that. Some of us have a long history in life, and we don't have this information. They may not even know our social security number. But this again, I would say, please go and get a book, something like this, or write something down. I mean, I know I was talking to my daughter the other day, and she was surprised about the utilities. And she said, Ma, if something happened to you, how do I know how to pay the gas bill? How do I know how to pay the electric bill? How do I know how to pay? And I said to myself, damn, this girl is 30 years old. How will she not know? Then I thought about it. I don't know if I knew that. I learned it when I got my own place, and you found out and you kind of grew, but she obviously has not moved anywhere. So she doesn't know about that. I pay all of that. Do you have a business? What's the business website? Do you have partners in your business? Do you have other things? This really is a great information. Credit cards, credit card bills, credit card numbers. Where are your credit cards? What are the codes to your credit cards if you have debit cards? I talked about your investments, whatever that is, jewelry, gold, diamonds, whatever. Now we got crypto, we got NFTs, we got all of that information you put here so somebody would know something about that. We talk about knowing our ancestors. There's even a section here that talks about people around you. Where were you born? Your date of birth. What is your citizenship? What is your family history? Anybody now going back and trying to check on their family and don't know anything? Well, where was Aunt such and such? Well, I think he was. Years ago, they didn't talk about that. My family's originally from the Caribbean, and my grandmother didn't talk about a lot of things. A lot of things about her family, I think she was just ashamed. So she didn't discuss a lot of things, and they didn't communicate. And we need to do that more with our family. Let our people know we don't know our people. And then on my father's side, forget that. I don't know none of that stuff. I might be able to go back one generation to whose mother. I'm not sure who his dad was, and I'm not even sure his last name is Johnson. But if they had something like that, somebody had put together something like that, even if it's not as nice and neat in this book, put something here. I also got some paper stuck in the back about some different stocks that I have and stock, whatever they look like. Even if they're not the most current ones, she knows that they're stock in Comcast or they're stock in AT&T and stuff like that. I'm a firm believer to give people stuff while you're living, but sometimes, things happen suddenly, and the future is for those who prepare for it. So Again, it's not the most happiest subject, but the best gift that we can leave and most treasure we can leave is to give something, a handbook, a roadmap, or something to a family so that they can know what to do. Prepare for the unexpected. Know what's going on. So, again, if you like, please like and subscribe. And if you make some comments or things of how I can give you information and research things, I try to just make our life sensational, make it great for all of us. And everything comes with preparing and being ready. So, again, thank you. Again, like and subscribe.